And, ayun, nakita ko rin, Diyos ko, dapat, ganito lang ako lagi. Pero ito na, sa akin yung mga viewers, para ano ba yan? Palagi nag-share siya ng hindi kasi mula, ganun po talagang story ng buhay ko sa mga online programming. Kailangan ko po na mag-share talaga ng link para tuloy-tuloy na tayo makapagsimula. So, ito na nga po tayo. Yun. Good afternoon, mga ka-pageantry. Hello, hello. Agay ka lang po. Ano ba ito? Yan. Good afternoon, mga ka-pageantry. Welcome to episode 7, season 6. O season 6, episode 7 of Pageantry Norms. Diyos ko, ang bilis po talagang tumakbo ng bawat season, ano? Tapos nakakarinig na ako ng mga Christmas songs na pinapatugtog everywhere. Alam niyo po, every time I start hearing Christmas songs playing in the background, nakaka-pressure po talaga, siyempre. Pasko. Masaya po siya, pero masakit din sa bulsa in a way. But I'm happy na kasama ko po kayo ngayon. Actually, totoo lang po, dapat I should be in Subic Bay right now to cover the finals of Miss World Philippines 2021. Kaya nga lang po, because I'm committed to pageantry norms and I guess this afternoon, I could not afford to do an off-site hosting for the program. Mahirap po kasi medyo hindi po ako sure if the internet connection there will be stable enough. Hello, Raphael. Yes, early bird. Hello. So this week, today, brother, MIQP po, we will have the finals of Miss World Philippines. Kung hindi pa po kayo nakakabili ng access sa ktx.ph, it's only priced at 99 pesos. Bili na po kayo so that tonight, you will just click on the live stream and watch the finals proceedings. All the candidates promise to give us a very good show. May idea po ako talaga kung yung may production number tonight. So, kaabang-abang po siya talaga. For episode 7, this is actually part 2 of It's Our Turn, which we started last week, where we featured official candidates of Miss International Queen Philippines. Last week po, we had the National Director, Michelle Monte Carlo, plus 4 of the official candidates. This afternoon, we'll have 5, hopefully 5 of the official candidates that we invited. And we will also talk to them about yung kanilang participation as official candidates of the inaugural national pageant for MIQP. So my big shout out to, I think, nanonood siya ngayon, National Director of MIQP, Ms. Michelle Monte Carlo, to the Creative Director, Direct Rod, and to their styling and branding head, Justine Aliman. Hello sa inyo. Yes. And, kilala ko to, si Ian Roy. Oo. Tama ako, no? Ian Roy. Ikaw yan, Ian Roy. Yes. Let me introduce to you our guests this afternoon. Our first guest, she will actually represent the entire province of South Cotabato in Miss International Queen Philippines. Pag nakita niyo po siya ngayong hapon, ang kanyang peg is really, na talaga, parang ready, parang finals night na talaga ang kanyang styling ngayong hapon. Nakakatuwa po. Natutuwa rin po pala ako that all my guests this afternoon are from either Visayas or Mindanao. Hindi ko po sinasadya. Ngayon ko lang hapon na confirm. Hello. Hi to Jo Marie Cardano Red. Hello. Thank you for watching. Representing South Cotabato, the province of South Cotabato, please welcome Sheila Magpale. Hello, Sheila.
Hello, Tito Norman. Hello, everyone who are watching right now.
Sheila,
Magandang hapon
please,
po sa lahat.
greet all our viewers and your mga kababayans in South Cotabato as well. Alakisin mo,
Um,
nagbago ka ng background ngayon. Nagkakaloka ka talaga sa mansyon mo. Okay, go Sheila, go!
Greetings with good health and prosperity to all the people who are watching right now, especially to all my South Cotabateños. I wish you all good health and happiness. Enjoy na po kayo sa aming episode today. Thank you po.
Sheila, natutuwa ako sa styling mo ngayon talaga, no? Very, ano na talaga.
Finest night na po. Ito
Finals night
normal.
na ang peg talaga. Eto ang tanong ko, Sheila. Ito bang pag-join mo sa MIQP, was this something na talagang pinagplanuhan mo the minute you learned na magkakaroon talaga ng first ever Miss International Queen Philippines?
Actually, Tito Norman, last 2019, when I won Queen Philippines World, I applied Miss International Queen sa Thailand. And unfortunately, hindi ako nabigyan ng chance. Kaya when I heard this Miss International Queen staging here in the Philippines for the first time, so I was like excited. Of course, I will join because I want to represent, hopefully, our country soon.
The country and the entire province of South
South Cotabato.
Cotabato. Tanong ko, Sheila, what kind of work do you do? Ano ka ba? Are you a businesswoman or are you employed?
Before po, I was working as a junior hairstylist at my Tito Salon, which is one leading salon here in Davao City, the Sheila Magpale Salon. And now, I'm fortunate enough na sa akin na po yung nakapangalan ng business.
Ay, nakakatuwa naman. Saan nga siya located again, Sheila, yung
Dito po
salon?
sa Davao City po.
Ay, pag nariyan pala ako sa Davao City, hahanapin ko yan at magpapaayos ako ng bongga.
Sure dito, Normal, bigyan kita discount.
Nakakaloka, oo. Tapos, alam mo naman ako, pupunta ako dyan, ang lagi ko lang hinahabol, bili ng kahong-kahong pomelo dahil palagi ng bilin sa akin. Hirap-hirap pag uwi ng pomelo mula Davao. Ang bigat-bigat, pero ang sarap-sarap. Yun na nakakatuwa. Tell me, ano bang mga preparations mo right now? Kasi alam ko, next week, press presentation na. Ano bang preparations mo ginagawa ngayon, Sheila?
Aside sa pagpapapayat po, Tito Norman, we are preparing my designer, Deborah Swain, for my clothes for the upcoming events. Also, my very supportive Mommy Gretchen with all the outfits are prepared. And also my super supportive Tito for my styling. All are prepared na. And now, we're just getting ready to pack all the things that we will bring on October 6, which is our flight to Manila.
Ay, nako, nakaka-excite. Oh, very busy kayo sa October 7, definitely, because
Oo nga
I
po.
was told by Mother Michelle Monte Carlo that talagang October 7 will be a very busy day for everyone. So, na-excite ako sa ganun. All right, Sheila, I'll just introduce our other guests before we go into a group discussion after. I'll be back with you after a while.
Okay po.
Our next guest for this afternoon, ito po, from Mindanao din, and she will represent Butuan City in Miss International Queen Philippines. Ang ganda po niya this afternoon. Talagang maganda naman pong dilag na to, pero mas special po siya ngayon. To represent Butuan City in Miss International Queen Philippines, friends, please help me welcome Justine Mascarenhas. Or I call her Lala. Lala Love. Hello, Justine!
Hi, sir. Good afternoon.
Justine, bumati ka muna sa ating mga viewers at saka sa mga kababayan mo sa Butuan.
Hi, everyone. This is Justine Mascarenhas. I'll be representing Butuan City. And sana manood kayo sa live namin today sa Philippine Pageantry, and you will share this live. Also, I would like to hi to my Butuanan friends who supported me all the way, my makeup artist, and my designer also. Thank you.
Justin, ano bang ano mo, pinagkakaabalahan mo? Other than, of course, MIQP, ano ba? May business ka ba? Are you working? Ano ba ang ano mo,
I have a
mga
little business,
ganap
Sir
mo?
Tito
Mhm.
Norman. Yun ang
Okay.
inaasikaso ko ngayon. Because for now, I cannot go out of the country. So I need to have my own little business for just a source of income.
Nagloloka naman ako dun sa little business na yan. Baka mamaya little business pero actually pang malakasan pala yung business.
Di naman po.
Oo. Oo. Ikaw ba, Justine, when you heard about MIQP, na-excite ka ba? O ano ba talaga, nag-look forward ka na makapasok ka as official candidate?
Actually, the first thing that I heard about Miss International Queen Philippines, I'm so excited actually because actually that's my plan to join Miss International Queen. And now finally that Philippines, Miss Michelle Monte Carlo, franchise Miss International Queen Philippines. So we have a chance to compete first here in Philippines before sending or representing the Philippines in Pattaya, Thailand.
Alam mo na may mesmerize sa mukha mo. Ganda-ganda mo ngayong hapon.
Thank you, sir.
Justine, nakakatuwa. Talagang, well, viewers, sinabihan ko po kasi ang ating mga guests, you don't have to dress up too much, but I want you to be at your prettiest. Kaya naman, ayan, tinan mo, nag-pretty. Parang last week kasi, yung mga guests natin talagang, they were the prettiest. So, hindi mapapatalbog ang mga taga-Butuan City. Tignan mo mga
Yes,
ngiti
of
niya.
course.
Tignan mo, Ano naman masasabi mo? Ano naman masasabi ng love life mo ngayon? Ay, kanina mo pa nga pala sinasabi wala kang love life.
Wala po akong
Paulit-ulit.
love life.
Ay, naku, yan na nga sinasabi ko. Nakakatuwa, ano? All right. Justine, I'll just introduce our other guests and then mag-group discussion na tayo. Okay? Ang next guest po natin, I'm just not sure direct kung nandiyan na siya, no? Supposedly, siya ang from Suba, Cebu City. Siya po tinatawag na Transform ng Cebu. Friends, let's welcome Roxam Sable de Los Santos. Kung nandiyan na po siya, kung wala pa siya, okay. May technical difficulties po si Roxam. So go tayo sa isang inaabang ng ating mga viewers. Ito po familiar ako sa kanya because I have seen her join before a pageant, Miss BPO Queen, which she won. Ang galing po kasi kumudaan itong isang ito. Kaya ang biro ko nga sa kanya the backstage. Oh my God, it's like talking to someone from Toastmaster, etc. Yeah. But she's a very nice person. Friends, she will represent Mandaue City. Parang Blue Dominic Pixon lang sa Miss Universe Philippines. Mandaue City and MIQP, Miss International Queen Philippines. Please welcome Stephie Cabahug. Stephie Venice. Zanoria.
Hello po.
Wow.
Good afternoon, Tito Norman.
Good afternoon, Stephie. Would you like to greet our viewers first and your fellow Cebuanos, please?
Of course. Maayong hapon ug maayong adlaw Mandawihanons and Cebuanons. It's actually a rainy afternoon here in Cebu, but hopefully you are safe and well at home. Thank you so much for viewing us this afternoon. Maayong pagtanaw.
Ay, nakakatuwa talaga. The way she speaks, no, talagang, you really tend to listen to Stephie pag nagsasalita siya, nakakatuwa, no? Stephie, ang tanong ko, when you joined or when you screened and submitted applications for Miss International Queen Philippines, of course, it's not advisable to be too confident na I'll get in because I'm already experienced and I know I'm good. Ano mo, what was playing in your mind prior to the announcement of official candidates, Steffi?
Ac- Actually, Tito Norman, I never planned on joining the first edition of Miss International Queen Philippines. I talked to my managers kasi my manager ako in Manila, my manager din ako dito. So I told them I will be joining but not the first edition because I want to check first how the pageant would run. I was planning to join next year. But I'm already 34 years old. And my manager said, hindi ka na bumabata, matanda ka na, almost deadline, kaya join ka na this year. So that's why I submitted my application and I never thought that I would actually be included in the top 40 and of course in the official 25 because when I submitted my application, um, we 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 our family also went through a rough time because my mom had COVID and she was hospitalized. So it was not in my mind that time because I was focused on having my mom fight COVID. So I was just surprised when it was announced that I was part of the top 40, and I was so happy and thankful to Miss Michelle Monte Carlo, of course, and the MIQPH organization.
Ibang level to ha. May manager siya sa Manila, may manager pa siya sa Cebu. Ano ba? May hahanapin ka pa ba pag ganoon? Tingnan mo naman, oh. Oo. Remind me, Steffi, what work do you do right now? Are you with a BPO or ano ba?
Yes, I'm actually working in a call center as a senior corporate trainer. So trainers are like the professors or teachers in the call center. So we teach new hire agents so that they will be equipped with skills and capabilities once they talk to customers when they will be taking calls already. And aside from that, I also volunteer with Love Yourself. So it's a non-government organization that supports HIV and AIDS awareness. And I'm also a member of Transcend. It's a group of empowered trans women that promotes transgender health and awareness, which is actually my advocacy. So hindi
Tingnan
masyadong
niyo,
busy
oo.
dito.
Oo, nakakaloka, no? Pero pakinggan niyo po, the way Steffi speaks, no? The way she enunciates her words, the way she pronounces yung mga salita niya. Talagang she's cut out for yung kanyang work with the BPO right now. Parang professor siya doon. Sabi ko, para pala, you're like the Toastmaster General of BPO so, in your company because you try to achieve perfection in the way the agents would be communicating with the clients, no?
Yeah,
And
exactly.
oh, kasi mo, look at how she talks. Tawag, ano talaga, nakaka-idol. Yung mga gusto ko ganyan. Yung bang, I like listening to people na yung bang, the time, the minute they start speaking, you look forward to hearing the next words coming out of their mouth. Akala niyo
I
lang
guess
kasi din.
Yeah, it's actually a skill I have developed through time, Tito, because we have to always be in front speaking to people. And I'm some kind of perfectionist. I don't wanna, I don't want people to like, oh, trainer, she doesn't speak well. So I don't want that kind of thought from people that I'm not good enough for my job. So I tend to practice, and I guess practice makes perfect. That's why I get to speak like this through time, through practice.
All right. Steffi, let me introduce our last two guests before we go into group discussion. I'll be back with you in a while.
Okay,
Our
Tito.
second, we have five, kompleto na po. Our fourth guest is, yung nga sinasabi ko niya, from Suba, Cebu City. She is the trans mom of Cebu. Friends, let's welcome Roxam Sable to the Santos. Hello, Roxam.
Hello!
Hello. Ay, ang ganda-ganda naman yan.
Thank you po.
Nakakaloka.
Thank you po, Ate
Roxanne,
Norma.
please greet our viewers first and your fellow Cebuanos.
Oh, maayong hapon ka na kong tanan, ilabi na sa mga Cebuanos. And hi to all my families out there and to all my makeup artists who been doing me gorgeous this afternoon. Maayong hapon. Daghang salamat.
Yes, Roxam. Ibang dating ni Roxam pagkausap mo. Talagang,
Diba?
pinagandaan. Roxam, remind me, anong pinagkakabalahan mo in Cebu right now?
Right
Are
now,
you
yeah,
business or something?
yeah, I am an entrepreneur. I've been having a salon business right now, and I do have 8 branches here in Cebu City.
Ah,
And most of the time, I am taking care of my kids, of course.
nakakaloka. She has 8
Yeah,
branches already. What's the name of your salon in Cebu,
Queen
Roxam?
R&R Salon po, Tito Norm. R&R because I have a trans sister, and this business is for us. She is Roxanne and I am Roxam. And way back 2017, she won Queen International Pageant here in Cebu. So we get the Queen in the Queen Pageant and R&R because I am Roxam and she is Roxanne. So Queen R&R Salon for men and women. If you come here in Cebu, I will gonna give you a free services dito, no?
Ay, naku, ano ba yan? Ano pala? Pagkagaling ko kumain ng lechon kay Mang Rico, pupunta na ako sa branch mo ng
Yes, and
ng
you must
salon.
also yes, Tito Lord, you must also try our delicacies here in our barangay, which is called linarang.
What's that?
It's a kind of
Linarang.
ano po, fish na may maraming ano po, yung parang
Is that
tinola
an...
sa inyo.
Ah! So that's an ulam.
Yeah, it's
Ulam
ang ulam
siya.
po. Yeah,
Okay. Aabangan ko
yeah.
yan. Pero punta ako sa... Wait. Ang Suba sa Cebu City, where is that located? Ano ba kayo? I've been to Cebu several times, pero pag naroon ako, ang aking geographical memory lang is Cebu City, downtown, Mandaue, Lapu-Lapu, yung bang Mactan, pero saan ang Suba sa Cebu
I
City?
am in the Cebu City po. Yeah, Supa is part in the barangay in Cebu City.
All right.
Like
Okay.
in our barangay, Tito Norm, it's
Near down.
near downtown, and it's fish capital fish in Cebu City.
All right. Now I have a pretty good idea of it. All right. Roxam, let me introduce our final guest lang before we go into a group discussion. I'll be
Okay
back with
po.
you in a while. Our final guest, marami na po nag-aabang dito. Kayo naman po, walang tigil po sa mga comments. Okay, eto na po siya. Of course, ako excited din ako dito din. Siya pinakakilala ko among them. Napapanood ko palagi yung mga vlogs nila ni Clyde. And natutuwa ako because she will represent one of my favorite provinces, or my favorite province. She'll represent Hasaan, Misamis Oriental. Shout out Attorney Jeffrey Saclot, Governor Bambi. Will represent po niya Misamis Oriental and Miss International Queen. All right, friends, hindi na po niya kailangan masyadong mahaba pang introduction. Please welcome our fifth and final guest this afternoon, the beautiful Lars Pacheco. Hello, Lars.
Hi, Tito. Hello, good
Hello.
afternoon, everyone.
Hoy, bumati ka na nga, Lars. Kaya, ayos ko, magawa ng tigil ng mga comments, kaya na ka pa hinahanap ng mga fans mo. Ibang level.
Alright. Hi, everyone. Mabuhay. I am Lars Pacheco. I am 24 years old. I am a Bulacanera, but I am proud to represent my second home, Hasaan, Misamis Oriental. Mabuhay. Hello, everyone.
Alam mo, nakakaloka lang, Lars. Pareho pala tayong Bulacanera.
Yes, Tito.
Ako taga Hagonoy, ikaw taga ano ka ba?
Bukawi.
Bukawi. Sa mga kaya pala mahilig ka sa paputok, ano? Oo, talagang ano. Alam niyo po, ito si Lars, I told her in the backstage, hindi ko naman po sinasadya, pero doon sa feed ko po sa Facebook videos, Walang tigil po yun. Everyday, meron akong feed palagi ng vlog nila ni Clyde palagi doon. And tuwa naman ako. It's something that nakaka-relieve po ng stress. Pag po silang dalawa na. And, I know, of course, that Lars, meron ka talagang may maliit na negosyo ka rin na mapinagkakaabalahan, hindi ba? Tell us about it. Ano ba ang ano ba ang nagpapayaman sa iyo, Lars
Oh.
Pacheco? Nakakaloka.
Actually, Tito Norman, story time. This pandemic turned me into a businesswoman. I don't know anything about business before, but I started my business last September 2020, which is I opened a brand, my own brand, which I called Solars. That's a slimming coffee. And 5 months after that, I opened naman an account in Shopee, which is I called by Lars Pacheco. So obviously, I'm proud of my name because all of my business are named after me. And I'm saying this because that is my advocacy, Tito Norman, to inspire, most especially the young trans woman, to be young entrepreneurs, to take risk on becoming a businesswoman kasi sobrang na-realize ko ang grabing impact ng pagkakaroon ng sariling business. Kahit ano pa yan, mawalan ka ng trabaho, pero pag may business ka, grabe, sobrang makakabangon ka rin talaga. Samahan mo lang ng sipag at tiyaga.
Kakatuwa, no? Ang ganda-ganda talaga ni Lars. Katanungin nga kita, Lars, do you always feel beautiful?
No.
Ay!
Actually, Tito Norman, I have lots of insecurities, but I use them as, an inspiration. Actually, pag nakakakita ko ng mga sobrang gagandang mga trans, ganyan, sobrang slim and perfect body, I get insecure. But sometimes, inisip ko na lang, it's okay to be different.
Nakakaloka ka na, insecure ka palagay na yan. Diyos ko, pag ganyan ako kaganda, Diyos ko, Lord, ano ko talaga, mag-vlog ako ng bonggang-bonggang parang si Pia Wurtzbach na talaga. Hahanap ako ng Jeremy Johnson ko. At ikaw, maganda na ang mo, ang buhay pag-ibig mo, and masaya ka naman, hindi ba?
Yes po.
Ay, nakakaloka. Pero pag pinaparoon ko kasi kayo ni Clyde, natutuwa ako sa dynamics niyo kasi dalawa eh. Dahil alam mo na very happy kayo with each other. Yun ang importante. Kaya, pero ito ha, diretsahang tanong to, Lars. When you filed your application, tapos nagpa-screen for Miss International Queen Philippines, nandoon, hindi pwede mawala yung feeling na parang, ay, ano ko na to? Pasok na ako dito for sure. Hindi na ako mahihirapan dito. Magiging candidate ako. Na-entertain mo ba yung ganung thoughts? Alam kong sabihin mo hindi. Pero, syempre may pressure. More or less, familiar kang name and face sa mga tao. Okay, ano ba ang mga tumatakbo sa utak mo when you filed for MIQP?
Actually, dito Norman, story time, I passed an application last 2019 in Thailand. So unfortunately, I don't hear anything from them. So when I heard that there is MIQPH, I never think twice. I just passed an application and I said to myself, this is my chance. But you know what? Being on the last batch of the candidates na in-announce na pasok, sobra-sobra yung kaba ko kasi I have been reading lots of comments na sana iba naman, puro lagi na lang yung mga nakikita, kami daw, lagi na lang kami yung nakikita sa mga trans pageant, sana naman daw, ibang mukha naman daw. So parang ako, I feel sad na parang, baka ganun nga yung isipin ng organization na baka hindi ako mabigyan ng chance. Kasi nga naman, nanalo na ako ng showtime, ganyan, marami na akong pageants na nasalihan. So parang, baka isipin nila, bigyan naman ng chance yung iba. So, sabi ko, hala, baka kaya hindi pa ako na-announce kasi baka hindi ako pasok. So, when I entered the top 26, I messaged talaga the national director. Sabi ko, Ate Michelle, thank you so much for choosing me. Sabi ko gano'n. Tapos, yun po, sobrang, meron pa rin doubts dito na baka hindi makapasok, ganyan.
Actually, alam mo ba, when they were announcing the official candidates na paunti-unti, batch 1, batch 2, batch 3, sabi ko, bakit wala pa si Lars? Nanuloka naman ako. Ba't hindi pa tinatawag? Tapos sa fifth batch na to, imposibleng wala pa yung si Lars dito. Ano na, 8 na tinatawag. Sabi ko, ano ba yan? Wala pa rin si Lars. Nakaluloka na ako. Tapos number 9 na tinawag. Sabi ko, ano ba yan? Mas hindi pa rin si Lars. Finally, talagang inilaan ka para sa pinakahuling. Ano ka ba doon? Kinabahan ka ba noon, Lars?
Tito, yes. Kinakabahan po ako kasi nga po, parang nag-sync in na sa akin yung mga nababasa ko talagang comments, lalo na nung hindi pa nag-a-announce ng top 25 na sana naman ibang mukha, puro na lang sila, puro na lang, and they were referring to me kasi eh. So, puro na lang si Lars, ganyan, nanalo na naman, bigay naman ng chance sa iba. Parang ganun po ang mga narinig ko. Sabi ko, baka nabasa ng mga organization, ganyan, and pinakinggan nila. So, yun po, meron talaga akong kaba na baka hindi ako maging part ng candidates.
Oo, pero somehow, feeling mo talaga na ikaw na yung huling tatawagin doon.
Nag-hoping ako.
Ako, I'll be honest with you. Sabi ko, si Lars na itong last. Sabi ko, ihuhuli nila talagang tawagin. Kasi, ganito yan, bibigyan kita ng ito. Story time!
Story time.
When I was planning for the 2 episodes for MIQP, ang original plan ko talaga, Lars, doon ka sa part 1 ko isasama. Ang problema ko was that, nung pinaplano ko yung part 1, wala pang 3rd, 4th, 5th batch. Sabi ko, hindi lang pwede mag-invite ng hindi pa na-announce, parang inunahan ko. Tapos nag-message pa ako sa MIQP, sabi ko, uy, papasok ba si Lars? Nanuloka ako. Ay, sininzone nila yung tanong kong yun. Wala talaga sumagot sa akin. Sabi ko, naluloka ako. Kaya sabi ko, hintayin natin. Baka sa part 2 ko siya i-guest. That's the reason why sa part 2 kita ginest.
Oh, that's so sweet naman, Tito. Thank you so much for considering me.
Hindi, totoo naman yun. Kasi syempre, it's automatic with me. Yung kung sino familiar name and face sa akin, yun ang una ko munang na-invite. Kaya lang, sabi ko, ano ba yan for the 2nd batch? 3rd batch, hindi pa rin tinatawag ang Lars Pacheco. Naluloka na ako. Sabi ko, talaga bang ihuhuli siyang last na last? Talagang hinuli ka last na last. Okay. Direct, ibalik na po natin ang lahat ng ladies. Mag-group discussion na po tayo. Kasi po, natatakot ako sa mga supporters dito ni Lars dahil sinasabi nila, pag po, hindi pa nyo na yung kinakausap nyo, mawawala ang mga viewers dahil hindi na po si Lars. Tapos sinabi ko, naluloka, nakaka-pressure naman yung mga supporters mo. Naluloka ako, ha? Alright. Fun question lang muna tayo para light lang. Okay? Lahat kayo sasagot nito. But it's a fun question lang. Kasi isa sa inyo, sigurado na ako na no ang sagot dito. Pero if you had to change your name, what would your new name be and why would you choose that name? If you had to choose your name, what would your new name be and why would you choose that name? Let's start with from South Cotabato, Sheila Magpale.
For me, Tito Norman, I will change my legal name, which may be biological, Junard Magpale Castro. I will change it into Sheila. Sheila Magpale, the name which I am using now, especially in pageantry, because I have been taken care of and supported by this very supportive person of my life, which is my tito. He is a businessman, an entrepreneur, whose chosen name is also Sheila Magpale. He is actually the original. And I am named the 3rd. And the 2nd is his biological daughter. And also, we have the business named Sheila Magpale. It's one of the leading salon here in Davao City. So I would choose that name to carry out his legacy and also to keep the branding of the business po.
All right. How about you, Justin Mascarinhas?
Actually, ideally, that name is originally given by our parent. And of course, as a transgender, usually, normally, after our transition, we change our name. But if I've given a chance to change my name, it would be the name of my grandmother
Which
because I
is?
am very close to her. And also, she reminds me that how she take care of us to maintain our values and family ties.
So ano nga yung name ng grandmother mo,
It's
Justin?
Josephina po.
Josephine or Josephina?
Josefina.
Wow, kaya magiging name mo is Fina. Fina, Fina. O parang sanitary napkin, ano. Fina. Ang ganda-ganda, no? Di ba? Roxam! Let's go to you, Roxam.
I think I don't have to change my name because Roxam is already a feminine and a girly name. And if I change it, that's not me anymore. And I'm just so happy being the Roxam those I am today.
Nakakaloka ka talaga, Roxam Sable de los Santos. Diyos ko.
Yeah.
Pag nababasa ko pangalan mo, naiisip ko para bang yung sandata ng mga kapanahunan ng Sable, yung parang, right, Stephie? Di ba
Saber.
Sable? It's like,
Lightsaber.
parang ganoon. All right. Stephie, ikaw naman.
All throughout our lives, we actually have a lot of names from our childhood nickname to our how our friends would call us to our professional monikers. So we have a lot of names, and a bougainvillea will not smell nice if we call it a rose. So if you'd ask me if I would want to change my name, no, because my name is my legacy. And I want to be remembered as Stephie Venice, who inspired people and who left a good mark in this world.
Alam mo, Stephie, naluloka ako sa sagot mo. Nakakaloka ka. Meron ka pang linyang, if the bougainvillea is, ano pa yun? Sabi yung bougainvillea, tinatapon lang yan sa daan kasi nalalaglag lang sa tarangkahan yung mga bougainvillea. Yan, meron pa, if the bougainvillea is called a rose. Oh, syempre, fun part pa to, kaya talagang pinafun
Ay,
ko
fun part pa
yun.
pala. Okay. Sige po.
Oo. All right. Lars, ikaw ba may bala kang baguhin?
Actually, Tito Norman, as I grew up and as I do my transition, I never changed my name. It's still Lars. Actually, my real name is Lars Raymond Pacheco. But if I were to change my name, that would be the name of the woman who raised me. That is Asuncion. So she's not my mother, but she's the one who teach me things. And actually, I had her name tattooed on my fingers.
Oh!
Here. Actually,
Oo.
I felt a little bit sad because she's gone now, and I want to be like her. I want to be like someone who taken the obligations, even though she's not my real mother. She takes the obligations to raise me and to make me a better person and to make me who I am today.
Ang tanong ko naman sa Lars, kung Asuncion na naging name mo, ano magiging nickname mo? Ason o Sean?
Asu.
Kasi ang hirap umisip ng pa-social na name sa Asuncion eh. Para bang Azon o Sean? Para bang
Actually, her nickname Tito is Ton.
Ano ka mo, Ton?
Yes.
Bakit Ton? T-O-N? Ton?
Opo, I don't know why.
Ton. Parang nakakaloka, no? Alright. So, our next fun question, dalawa lang ating fun question, but this will somehow lead us to the serious part. Name me your guiltiest pleasure. Lars, ikaw mauna dito. Name me your guiltiest pleasure. This will lead us to the serious questions.
Actually, my guiltiest pleasure is eating fast food, Tito. It has been my New Year's resolution every year that I would lessen my consume of fast food. But it doesn't happen because, after a long, tiring day of work, all we need is Jollibee. And it's something that I cannot resist, eating fast food, Tito.
Nakakaloka ka sa pag-vlog nyo pa lang kung magmukbang kayo ni Clyde, napakadami yung kinakain. Diyos ko, kumbaga kailangan ng content o iba naman ito naman so may sponsor tayo ng pagkain ito ganoon so talaga
Yes.
mapapakain ka sabihin mo kailangan mag-pizza tayo ilang flavors pa kayo mag-share pa kayo ng pizza kaya talagang talagang mapapakain ka.
Opo.
Stephie, what's your guiltiest pleasure, Stephie?
Um, this might sound weird, but my guiltiest pleasure is sex. But not the
What?
sex,
Well, again, what? Again, what?
Tito, not the sex that you're thinking, not the act, nor the sexual, I mean the biological identity that is assigned to us by birth, but sex meaning service excellence. Because I believe that in everything that I do it excellently and I do it with my best. So that's my guiltiest
Naluluka ako
pleasure.
talaga sa mga sinasagot nito, no? Meron pang sex, service excellence. Kung ako tatanungin mo ganyan, sasabihin ko lang, ang guiltiest pleasure is extra service. Yun. Extra service. Nakakaloka ka talaga, Stephie. Roxam, ikaw, what's your guiltiest pleasure?
Well, honestly, Tito Norm, I am in a very strict diet right now, but sometimes I have to go on a cheat day because I really love eating sometimes.
Again? What do you love eating, Roxam?
I am a very strict diet right now, Tito Norm,
Pero
and right,
what do you like eating? What do you like eating?
I really love Jollibee too, like the hamburger and the double patty one. I really love that. Same to
Kakaloka.
Ate Lars.
Akala ko naman chorizo de Cebu ang kinakain mo sa barbecue stick. Sanay ako ganyan chorizo de Cebu sa barbecue stick yung
Yes.
kainin. Nakakaloka pagbaba ng airport doon agad ako nagpapadala sa ano ba yung ihaw-ihaw restaurant na malapit sa airport na nalimutan ko na yung pangalan na orderin namin agad chorizo de Cebu na sa barbecue stick. Ay, oh my God, sarap-sarap. Justin, how
Yes
about
po.
you?
My guiltiest pleasure is a brand new pair of shoes because I grew up in a economically unstable family and I experienced deprivation and I cannot able to buy a new pair of shoes when I was young. And now I'm able to buy my own and it gives me a different happiness every time I buy a new pair of shoes.
Ano ang pinakamahal mong shoes, Justin? Ngayon talagang pikit mata mong binili.
It's from Louis Vuitton.
My God, Diyos ko. Siyempre, hindi ka naman bibili ng fake Urig,
Yes,
siyempre,
of
bibilin mo.
course.
Oo, baka mamaya yung Louis Vuitton mabili mo, yung ginagamitan ng Vuitton para i-shine. Nakakaloka, no? From South Cotabato, Sheila Magpale.
Guiltiest pleasure po Tito Norman is cats. I really love cats. Like every time I see cats everywhere in the streets or maybe in someone's house, I can't resist but to pet them. I am also a certified cat mom. In fact, I have 8 cats in total. I really love how cuddly and sweet they are, and they seem to be the sweetest member of the family.
Sabi nga nila, if you are a cat lover daw, kailangan sure ka rin that ma-maintain mo yung linis sa bahay na kaya dapat yung mga
Yeah.
pusa. Very particular din ka sa pag-alaga ng pusa. Kailangan maarte rin sila na kung gusto mo malinis, dapat malinis din yung kapaligiran.
Oo.
Hindi ba? Kasi ako nung malitit pa ako, cats din ang gusto ko. Pero nung kasing 1980s, ang cats, ang ibig sabihin, mga boys yon, cats, boys. Hindi cats na pusa. Ang cats and chicks nga di ba? Nakakaloka ka talaga, Sheila Magpale. All right. Narito na tayo sa ating serious Q&A. Unique question for each. Hindi ako magtatanong ng question na sasagutin ng lahat. So, iba-iba yan. And I will ask questions in random. But of course, I will ask The first one who will answer a question will be Stephie. Siyempre, dahil mataas expectations ko. Ask the one that I have highest expectations for. Are you ready, Stephie?
I don't have a choice dito. Nakaka-pressure yung highest expectations, ha?
Kasi naman kanina meron kang bougainvillea na rose. Tapos biglang meron kang sex. Sabi ko nga, extra service na lang eh. Naluloka ako sa mga sagot mo eh. All right, Steffi, here's your question. If you could know the absolute and total truth to one question, what question will you ask?
My gosh, that's an interesting question. But the question I would ask is, what is the reason for my existence? You know, life is a continuous process of looking for the reason why we are here in this world, the reason for our purpose, why we are here. So if I will have to ask that question, I'll definitely be happy to hear that answer because, you know, our life here will be the legacy that we will be leaving. So I want to find out the reason for my existence. Thank you.
Kakaloka, kukurutin kita talaga kung ikaw ang kalaban ko. Itutulak na kita doon sa gilid ng stage. I surrender na po ako. Okay. All right. Our next question will be for Justin. Justin, are you ready?
Yes.
All right. Here's your question, Justin. If you could start a practical charity, what would it be for? If you could start a practical charity, what would it be for?
Actually, I already started because when the pandemic started, I helped our barangay, our community pantry, which I help and support because it's a nice feeling to genuinely give people and this time of pandemic, and I want to inspire them and am able to share my blessing also.
All right, Justin, thank you so much for your answer. From South Cotabato, are you ready, Sheila?
Yes, Tito Norman.
Sheila, your question is this. If you could choose your dream, what would you prefer to dream about? If you could choose your dream, what would you prefer to dream about?
I want to dream that one day I can freely walk in the streets without people watching me or staring at me with hate or disgust. I want to dream that people will see women like me as someone that is relevant. I want a dream that is filled with so much positivity and acceptance. I want that dream that is something that for the trans community, also for the LGBT community, that a world that is very accepting and also fit for all of us. Thank you.
Nakakaloka ka, Sheila. Magpaano pag ako naglalakad sa street, tatabihan pa kita, hilang kita. Halika nga, mag-ano tayo, maghanap tayo ng cats dito sa, Cotabato. All right. Lars, you're next. Are you ready, Lars?
Yes, Tito.
Lars, what makes you feel old when you think about it? What makes you feel old when you think about it?
Actually, Tito Norms, I am a techie person, and when I look back on the memories on Facebook 10 years ago, I feel old when I see my old pictures. I was just a little girl, just dreaming, and when I look back, I see where I came from, and it flashes back all the dreams that I wanted to achieve those times. And actually, when I look back on those pictures, I feel shy because I was just short hair and my skin was dark because I was always playing outside after class. But when I look back, I'm just so proud of myself because I am seeing the fruits of all the labors I have done over the years. And when I look back on those pictures that I was still a little boy, I'm so proud because see the glow up.
Ay, talaga. Ito daw, may follow-up question daw sa Lars. Di ba 24 ka ngayon, Lars? Oo, kailan ka mag-25, Lars?
On May 19.
Next year. Paano daw kung mag-offer sa iyo na mag-celebrate ng 25th birthday mo sa Philippine Arena? Papayag ka ba?
Of course, Tito Norms.
Mapupuno mo ba yon?
Actually, if Aldab can feel it, why can't I?
Ay, iba talaga. Kaya ako naluloka ako sa mga viewers dito eh. Na-pressure ako. Para bang, paligiran ako ng mga gangsters dito, Lars. Para bang, huwag yung bibituan si Lars. Sabi ko, Diyos ko, pero iba ang ganda-ganda nga ng cleavage niya. Tinan niyo, tinan niyo. Ganun lang ako, no? All right, Roxam, are you ready for your question, Roxam?
Yes, Tito Norm.
Roxam, if you left your current life behind and run away to follow your dreams, what would you be doing?
Tito Norm, you know what? Right now, I have a partner for 8 years, and we have 2 kids, my little prince and princess. I have a business. I have a MIQ. I see no reason to run away. Right now, everything's just a perfect Tito Norm. Thank you.
Iba ka talaga, no? Pag ako talaga nagpunta dyan sa Suba, Cebu City, ha? Magpapa-hair color ako, yung pinakamamahalin mong hair coloring dyan,
Yes
ha?
po.
Huwag mo, baka
Every-
mamaya agwa oksinada lang ang ilagay mo sa buhok ko, ha?
No.
Gusto ko
With
yung
Brazilian
yung,
po.
yung talagang ibang layer talaga, ha?
Yes po, Tito
Puro
Norm. No
puti ng buhok
problem.
ko. All right, we go now to our pageant Q&A. And as usual, Stephie will be the first to answer. Ganun daw eh. Pag daw talagang nagpapa-impress, pahihirap. Stephie, here's your question. What is the noblest endeavor a person can dedicate her life to? What is the noblest endeavor a person can dedicate her life to?
For me, Tito Norms, the noblest thing a person can dedicate his or her life to is through education, educating other people. It's the most altruistic move a person can do is to teach other people. So through teaching, they inspire, and through inspiring, we can touch lives. And through touching lives, we can empower and reform them for the betterment so that they can go and flourish into the world because as the euphemism says, teach a man how give a man a fish and he will live for a day, but teach a man how to fish and he would live a lifetime. Thank you.
Kakaloka to, meron pang mga big words, ha? Altruistic. Big words, ha? Parang, feeling ko para ako si Sarah Geronimo dun sa pelikula nila ni Chan Loy. Big words. Oo, talagang, iba talagang Toastmaster General natin ngayong hapon. From South Cotabato, Sheila, are you ready for your question?
Yes po, Tito Norman.
Sheila, what hard time in your life left you a better person after it was finished? What hard time in your life left you a better person after it was finished?
You know what, Tito Norman? I am the eldest among the 3 siblings. I grew up without a mother. We were raised by our father alone. I assumed life's responsibility even if I was not yet ready. I became the breadwinner of the family at the very young age. I work as a junior hairstylist and earn as much as I can to help my father to provide food for the table and also to send my younger siblings to school. The very hard time was when my father passed away. Yes, it is the most hard time of my life, but I never gave up po. In fact, it made me a better person and I will never give up working hard for my family.
Alam mo, nakakaloka ko talaga, Sheila. Pag yan sinagot mo sa final Q&A, Diyos ko, magkakaiyakan dun sa stage. Nakakaloka. Lars, are you ready for your question, Lars? Lars, if you were so wealthy, you didn't need to work, what would you do with your time? If you were so wealthy, you didn't need to work, what would you do with your time?
Actually, when I was a child, my grandmother always told me that when you visit a church, you have to make a wish, and that wish will came true. And somehow in my life, I have make wishes that actually came to life. That's why if ever I am so wealthy, aside from giving it to charities, I would travel the world, most especially its churches. Because you know what? I want to make a wish in every church, and there are so many wishes that I want to achieve, and there are so many dreams that I want to, succeed. And most especially, I want to go to churches, not just Catholic church, not just Christian church, but all of the churches, because I want to know their cultures. Whoever God they worship, whatever religion they have, I want to know it, because actually this pandemic strengthened my faith. And whoever your God is, I want to know it. I want to worship it. And I believe that through worshiping God, it will lead you to success and nothing will ever go wrong.
May follow-up question na naman pag gawa sumasagot, Lars. Isasama mo ba daw si Clyde pag nagpunta ka sa world? Pag nag-travel ka sa world?
Actually, it is my dream to travel the world with him. And everything I
Ay!
do,
Ang sarap naman
it is
nun!
him that is my inspiration aside from my family. And it has been a promise to both of us that we will travel the world together.
Ay, sarap sana. Oh, kinikilig ako sa inyong dalawa. Yung bang kilig in a very crazy, beautiful kind of way. Nakakatuwa lang, ano? Roxam, are you ready?
Yes po, Tito Norm.
What life lesson did you learn the hard way? What life lesson did you learn the hard way?
I think, Tito Norm, me being independent, and a lot of us has been independent their whole life, but I bet you would all agree that it was not easy. But one thing that I really learned is that no matter how far you go, never forget to look back. Thank you.
Alright. Oo, yung mga ano mo talaga. Kasi pag sumasagot ka kasi Roxanne, Diyos ko talaga naman yung plunging neckline mo, talagang pinapansin ko. Nakaka-intimidate talaga. Justin! Nalalaglag ba ang ano mo, ang eyelashes mo? Okay, are you ready for your question? Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Oo, para kasi siyang conception sa init sa magdamag, kumakain. May mga kilos mong ganyan, no? Justin, what can you do today that you were not capable of doing before the pandemic? What can you do today that you were not capable of before the pandemic?
Actually, Tito Norm, I was able to spend more time with my family because before the pandemic started, people are very busy building their business, their future. And before, I'm studying in Singapore and I'm busy and I'm away from my family. But now, it's also an advantage for us, for me, to spend time with my family and cherish each moment.
Natutuwa ako sa iyo talaga, Justin, ano? Para ka talagang leading lady sa Descendants of the Sun. Oo, tingnan mo. Oh. All right. Supposedly, meron akong isang question na eto. Pero gusto ko na naman ulit si Stephie unang sumagot. Pinapahirapan ko talaga si Stephie. Para para she's leading the way. All right. This question was actually given to me by one of my blog readers. And the question goes like this. As a transgender, what are you grateful for? As a transgender, what are you grateful for?
I'm actually very grateful that I am a trans woman because I am unique. My uniqueness my unique experience. I was born biologically male, but I grew up and transitioned to become a female. That alone, that unique experience is what I'm thankful for. Being able to experience that is already wonderful. And being able to become who I am right now is already wonderful. That is why I always treasure to
Kaba-
be who I am. I do not fit the mold of what society dictates, but I lead my own life. I want to live my life to the fullest, not because someone dictates me on how it should be lived, but because of my own volition. And for this, I am thankful and I'm grateful to become a trans woman. Thank you.
Kakaloka ka, meron ka pang mga ginagamit na volition, ano? Oo, Diyos ko, ako alam ko lang, ignition, pagsasakyan. Oo, yung mga ganong mga bagay. Oo. From South Cotabato. Natutuwa ako pag sinasabi ko gano'n. From South Cotabato. Sheila, as a transgender, what are you grateful for?
I am grateful for being a transgender. I am grateful that we are courageous and brave because we become warriors ever since we chose this path to womanhood. And I am grateful for that because
Oh,
my gender identity itself as a trans woman made me stronger than I will ever be.
nakakatuwa kang umiti, ano, nakakatuwa kang umiti, para ka talagang, ano, para kang mayora ng Davao City. Ay, si Sarah pala yung mayora siya. Naku po, pasensya na po, ha? Oo, tatakbo yata siyang presidente. Roxam! As a transgender, what are you grateful for?
Tito Norm, as a transgender, I am grateful for the time being that in my lifetime. I was given a chance to raise, adopt a child, though they did not come from my flesh and my blood, but my love for them is so much greater than anything else in the world. And I love my kids so very, very much.
Ay, spoken like a true mom talaga, no?
Indeed,
Nagkakatuwa.
Tito Boy, Tito Norm.
O, Tito Boy, yung may buhok pa. Nakakaluka.
Sorry. Sorry, Tito
Justin! Justin?
Yes, the norms.
Yes. As a transgender, what are you grateful for?
Actually, I am very grateful for every small blessings that comes in my life. And as a transgender, I'm also grateful that it opens a lot of opportunities and chances. And I am also very grateful that my family is very supportive and every journey that I take in my life. And I think that is one of the biggest blessing that I am be grateful for. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for that, Justin. And lastly, Lars, as a transgender, what are you grateful for?
Actually, there are a lot of things that we should be grateful for. And me, as a transgender, I am grateful for having such a very, very supportive family. A family that never questioned who I am, na kahit kailan hindi kinwestiyon kung sino at kung ano ang pinili kong pagkatao. And sobrang pinagpapasalamat ko na meron akong pamilya na kahit anong gawin ko, meron silang tiwala na kaya kong mapagtagumpayan yon. And I believe that it is one in a million chance that you will have a father that will never ever give doubts to your capabilities. And I'm proud that my dad is one of them. Is one of that one in a million.
Di ba nakakatuwa, no? Like, for example, if acceptance is already coming from your father, iba yung level of
Yeah.
saya.
Oo.
Oo, like when my late father, hindi kami namin pinag-uusapan about being gay eh. Tapos one day, bigla na lang siya nagtanong, may boyfriend ka ba? Yung bang, the mere fact na tinanong ka, may boyfriend ka ba? And he asked it in a way na hindi mapanghusga. Parang, boyfriend ka ba, anak? So alam ko na natanggap na yun. Para ba ganun, sarap-sarap ng feeling pag ganon. Which leads me to my secret question for the five of you. Secret question, at Stephie, ikaw na naman ang unang sasagot ng secret question. Hindi na alam ni Direk ito, kaya hindi niya mapaflash sa screen yung question. Secret question nga eh. Stephie, how does being part of the LGBTQIA plus community make it easier nowadays? How does being part of the LGBTQIA plus community make it easier for you nowadays?
It's actually easier nowadays compared to 15 years ago. Why? Because we have social media. Social media is a platform where we can disseminate information, correct and accurate information. Information about SOGI, information about LGBT, information about what a transgender is. That is why I say it's easier nowadays because information is readily available through the internet, through social media, compared to 15 years ago, where you have to hide yourself, your true identity inside the closet, and be afraid to show who you truly are. Today, the new generation of LGBT people are very lucky. I actually envy the new generation of trans girls because they can have information available for them about hormones, about how to transition properly. 15 years ago, that was not available to us. It what we can only get information from our friends, from hearsay, which were actually risky because it was not the correct way of transitioning. That is why I'm so happy that we are progressing to a better future for the LGBT community, especially for trans girls and trans women. Nowadays, we can say that we are slowly being successful in passing SOGI, though it's still a continuous fight, but hopefully, I dream of one day that we can all live happily without discrimination, with respect to one another. Thank you.
Hello, Toastmaster General talagang sumugot itong babaeng ito. Ano? All right. Ikaw naman, Roxam. How does being a member of the LGBTQIA plus community make it easier nowadays? Baka nakamute ka, i-check mo ha. Nakamute ka na, nakikita lang kitang gumaganyan na parang anong bumubuo yung bibig mo. Parang kumakanta ka ng reflections from the movie Mulan. Ano ba? Roxam, ano?
Yeah, well, in the norm, as we all know that we LGBT plus we discriminated all the time. I believe that discrimination should be as a challenge because no matter what others do to you, if you yourself don't do that better, and if you live your life without hurting others, then no amount of words can change you from being who you are. Because after all, we were not born to please everybody. We were born to be true to yourself and others.
All right. Now, Justin, how about you? Justin from Butuan City. How does being a member of the LGBTQIA plus community make it easier for you nowadays?
Actually, it opens a lot of opportunities, especially as transgender women. We are physically beautiful and also witty. And it's very easy for us nowadays because just like now, we are free to express ourselves. We are free to do whatever we want in our life, to follow our dreams, and even we are accepted in our workplace and in our family because people are more educated and people are more aware about the LGBTQI plus community.
All right. Thank you, Justin. Lars, your turn, Lars.
Actually, Tito Norman, it's so easy right now because there are a lot of platforms that we can use to amplify our voices, most especially social media. There are pageants, and LGBTQ community has taken their spaces. There are politicians, there are international designers, there are beauty queens, and now it's much easier because we are not silenced anymore. There are a lot of people that is used, most especially celebrities, to amplify our voices, to fight for our rights. And I guess if we will just look back, we will see how far we've become.
Nakakaloka. I like kung sinabi mo na we are not silenced anymore. Which is true. Oo, ano ngayon ha? Diyos ko. Kudaan lang tayo talaga ng kudang parang si Stephie. From South Cotabato, Sheila.
Tito Norman, it's really a lot easier nowadays than before because if you think some cities, municipality, or even provinces have ordinance like anti-discrimination ordinance. So it's a lot easier because before too much discrimination and nowadays it somehow lessen the discrimination. Also, we have this third bathroom for the LGBT community, which is very helpful and a lot easier for us. And aside from that, some schools also in provinces and also in the cities, like here in Davao City, we have schools that are very open to trans women. Before, schools are very strict when it comes to haircut, and nowadays, it's very happy to say that schools are very open now to the LGBT community and to trans women that they are free to express who they really are. So it's a lot easier.
Totoo ako sa iyo pag sumasagot ka, Sheila, introducing you as from South Cotabato. All right. Those are our questions, and we will end the discussion with a very fun question. Ito, fun ha, baka mamaya ano na naman tayo dyan, altruistic bougainvillea turn into a rose. Baka magano'n tayo bigla dyan. This is just a fun question to wrap things up. Kasi gusto ko mag-end tayo ng masaya lang na question. Favorite question ko to. Siguro this is the 4th episode na tinanong tong question na to. And every week, I get different answers. Depende dun sa sense of humor or dun sa wit noong sumasagot. Hindi ka unang pasasagutin for this question, Stephie. Kasi I want you to process your mind. Titingnan ko kung ano magiging impact sa'yo pag narinig mo yung mga sagot na iba. The question is this. Fun question, ha? If you are a pet, whose pet would you like to be and why? If you are a pet, kaninong pet mo gustong ikaw ay pagmamay-ari nino? If you're a pet, whose pet would you like to be? Kung pet ka, sino ang gusto mong nagmamay-ari sa'yo? Alright? Justin, ikaw unang sasagot niyan, Justin. If you are a pet, whose pet would you like to be?
Okay, fun question, so I will answer. Fun answer. Of course, I would be a pet of John Lloyd Cruz because
Ay! Wow! Okay, why?
crush, and I want to experience how it feels to be loved by my crush, John Lloyd Cruz.
Ay, nakakaloka naman, ano? From South Cotabato. Sheila?
I would choose Queen Elizabeth.
Ay! Bigla naman kung nagpunta sa UK. Oo, sa England.
Oh,
Yes.
because it's a normal. Aside from their accent, which is I really love, I want also to experience the life with the Queen in
So
the
you want to
palace,
be
of
a
course.
royalty talaga, no? Ibang
Yes,
level,
opo.
no? Roxam, if you're a pet, whose pet would you like to be?
I would rather to choose Chow Chow. Are you familiar of that, Tito Norm?
Yeah, so I love doing chows. I love chowing, but I love a chow chow too.
Yeah, and I
Oo.
believe that yeah, my child was been dead last 2 months. That's
Nakakaloka
why
naman ito. Bigla naman nakakalungkot naman yung hinabol. Oo, okay. Namatay pala yung chow chow mo. Oh, go.
yeah, that's why I cry too much because it feels like my dog serves as my family already. Yeah, that's why I really love dogs, especially my chow.
Alam mo, nakakatuwa lang kasi pag pala pinakain kayo, hindi mo problema, Jollibee lang pala, solve na kayong lahat, nakakaloka. Lars, if you are a pet, whose pet would you like to be?
There's this controversial statement that LGBTQ community is worse than an animal. So if I were to be a pet, I want to be a pet of Senator Manny Pacquiao.
Ay!
I want I wanna know.
Nakakaloka!
I wanna know how he treats an animal. And by that, I should say I can judge him as well.
Naloka naman ako
Perfect.
bigla sa sagot! Ano talaga, palong-palo yung sagot. Nanuloka ako kay Lars Pacheco. Dahil dyan, magja-Jollibee mukbang tayo. Nakakaloka. Stephie, let me see. You've heard all of their
Um,
answers. Let me see how you will answer this.
yeah, so I think I want to be the pet of Canada's Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau.
Ay, parang alam
So,
ko na kung bakit. Nakakaloka. O sige, go.
well, aside from the fact that he's actually what I guess the hottest prime minister in all over the world, he also is, he loves and supports the LGBT community. And Canada has been very progressive because of his leadership. And, prime minister is a very stressful job. So he's always stressed. So I want for him to go home and see me. I want myself as his pet to be his stress reliever. So, gusto
And
ko i-hug niya ako, i-kiss-kiss niya ako, tapos mawawala na yung pagod niya, ma-relax na siya.
Oo. May follow-up question daw doon, Steffi.
Ay,
Okay,
go.
let's say magkakatotoo daw yun, it becomes true. But on one condition, you are prohibited from entering his shower, his private bath, and his bedroom.
Ay, ano
Ano
ba
na bang
yan? Ang
ultimo?
daya.
Oo, bakit
No na.
naman daw?
Dapat, all access dapat dito, Norman.
Oo, hanggang doon sa kanyang walk-in closet,
True.
Oo. And because of that, I will give each one of you the chance to promote your candidacy for Miss International Queen Philippines. Um, if you want to also tell your supporters kung paano nila kayo masusuportahan, anong aabangan sa inyo in the coming weeks. And you can also share your social media accounts para they can follow you. Although si Lars, napakadami ng followers. Naluluka na ako dyan. Hindi na. Ano na yan eh. Si Lars yung followers yan eh. Hindi na mabilang eh. All right. So this is the time for you to give your parting words. Tell us what we can expect from sa laban nyo for Miss International Queen Philippines. And kung ano pang gusto nyo, gusto nyo pasalamatan. Let's start with you, Roxam, the trans mom of Suba, Cebu City.
Hi everyone. For now, I just want to take the opportunity to thank MIQ organization for the opportunity and to all the people who supported me since day one. And I hope that all Cebuanos will gonna be in my journey for this coming coronation night. And thank you so much.
All right. How about you, Justin?
I would like to take this opportunity again. Please, everyone from Butuan and all over in the Philippines, to please support me in my journey in Miss International Queen Philippines. And I'm expecting your full support, especially from Butuan City, to my designer and the people around me who helped me all throughout this journey. I want you to I want your moral support because it gives me more confidence actually. And please follow my social media account. In my Facebook, it's Lala Love, and in my Instagram, BTW I'm Love. Like by the way, I'm Love.
Kakaloka mga mga names mo. Kasi kaya ako natanong kanina, paano ko ba introduce to si Lala Love? Parang pangalan ng isang anime na character, From South Cotabato, Sheila Magpale. Sarap mo introduce na gano'n. From South Cotabato.
And
Sheila.
first of all, I want to thank my very supportive Mommy Gretchen and Manay for being always so supportive to me since then. And also, I want to thank the municipality mayor of Pulumulok and also one of the board members of South Cotabato, um, Sir Mond Mati and Hani Mati Lumayag. Thank you so much for your all-out support. And I am inviting everyone to watch out for our very first activity on October 7, which is our press con. And please like the official page of Miss International Queen. And don't forget to support not just me, but all the other candidates as well. Show some love and support because it really helps us because this is not a competition, this is a celebration.
It is indeed a celebration. Pero pag nag-Q&A kay Stephie kasi, competition kay Stephie kasi Q&A, nakakaloka. Stephie, your parting words, please, Stephie.
Yes, thank you, Tito Norman. And of course, thank you to the girls who's with us today. And also, please support not just me, but all of us, all 26 girls for Miss International Queen Philippines. And you can follow me in Facebook and in Instagram, Stephie Venice Cabahug. And of course, follow Miss International Queen Philippines page as well in Facebook and Instagram. And watch out for us on October 7th. We will have our press conference and orientation in Aquila Palace in Tagaytay. And I guess it will be broadcasted through YouTube and Facebook Live. So see you all there. So please keep safe and I'll see you everybody.
Kasi naman yung pronunciation na ng Tagaytay, para naman yung pagtawag ni Ann Curtis ng Pansit Canton doon sa commercial na Ipansit Canton natin to, ituna 5. And finally, Diyos ko po, ang mga viewers itong babaeng ito, naloloka ako, nape-pressure ako, para ako napaligiran dito ng gangster talaga. Lars! Parting
Tito
words mo, Lars.
Norman.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Tito Norman, for having us and considering us to be your guests. And syempre, the Philippine Pageantry, maraming salamat po. And also, watch out for our press con on October 7 at Aquila Crystal Palace and November 18, our pre-pageant and November 28, our coronation night. Sana ay wala nang mabago dahil unpredictable ang mga nangyayari ngayon. So, watch out for that. And I just have one wish to all the supporters. Kami pong lahat ay hindi magkakalaban. Hindi po kami magkakaaway. And kung gusto niyo po kaming supportahan niyo po kami nang hindi po nakikipag-away sa supporters ng iba. So, yun lang po ang aking mahihiling sa inyo. Gawin po natin itong pageant na ito ng peaceful, ng puno ng pagmamahalan. At syempre, sabi nga nila, this is a celebration. So, i-celebrate po natin ang comeback ng trans pageantry. So, thank you so much everyone for watching today.
Wala ka ba namang message para sa Miss Oriental, Lars?
Yes, my Miss and Miss Nons, my second home. I am praying na makapunta ako dyan bago ang pre-pageant namin. Magkaroon ako ng courtesy call. So, shout out Governor Bambi Emano and Attorney Jeffrey Saclot. Baka naman.
Yun na talaga yun. Yun ang mga importanteng mga bakya naman. Oo, talaga gano'n. Alam niyo po, natutuwa ako that I was able to put up 2 parts for my guesting of the Miss International Queen Philippines official candidates. Kasi this is the very first time that we are celebrating a national pageant talaga which aims to select the representative to the biggest international transgender pageant in the entire world. Natutuwa ako that in 6 seasons of pageantry norms, ngayon pa talaga na tiyempong September, October na sunod-sunod yung linggo ko na talagang focus sa LGBTQIA. I started yung week 1 ko with Mr. Gay World Philippines. Then yung second week, biglang doon ako sa first batch of candidates na gines ko for MIQP plus si Madam Mother Michelle Montecarlo. And then these 5 beautiful ladies. Natutuwa ako that kasi in what I do for pageantry, ayoko naman po kasi nagyayabang, pero siyempre, yun ang sinasabi ng iba, pag hindi ka naman feature Tito Norman, pag hindi ka niya pinopost, pag hindi ka niya, no, parang wala lang, ganun, parang gano'n ka lang. Ayoko naman gamitin yung word na putyo-putyo. No, hindi naman po ganoon. Kaya pag na-feature, ibig sabihin, may importansya, may kahalagahan. Gusto ko po talagang ibigay ang aking full support sa Miss International Queen Philippines because I've been supporting Miss International Queen, the international competition before. Kaya lang before, ang hirap-hirap po talagang mag-throw ng full support because yung mga nagre-represent po ng Philippines before, direkta po sila nakikipag-deal with MIQ. So, minsan meron po tayong 2, 3, 4 na Miss Philippines. So, nahahati yung suporta na binibigay natin. Kaya ngayon natutuwa ako, we will only have one true blue na Miss Philippines for Miss International Queen, the next edition. And nakakatuwa na isa-celebrate natin yon with this inaugural national pageant. And na-excite ako sa mga plano ni Michelle Montecarlo, the national director also. Dahil it's time for talagang it's their turn to shine. Talagang ito na yung time para mag-shine. And na-excite lang ako. And abangan niyo po October 7, it will be the press presentation of these ladies. Pero I know for sure that it's one day na talagang uubusin ang lahat ng kanilang energy for that day. Kumbaga sa umaga, energizer bunny sila. Sa gabi, bunny na lang sila. Wala na po yung energy dahil pagod na yung mga yan. Pero yun po ang sinasabi na kailangan sulitin yung day because a lot of the official candidates will have to will have to fly from different parts of the Philippines pa. Tignan nyo, si Sheila, kita mo yan, travel from Davao. Si Justin, ikaw ba from Butuan pa magagaling, Justin?
Yes po. I'm in Butuan right now.
Ayun. Si Stephie from Mandaue. Pero mas madali sa iyo, Stephie, because Cebu is a hub ng mga, kaya mas madali siya makabiyahe. And Roxam too from Suba. And lalo-lalo naman itong si Lars, Diyos ko po, nasa Bukawi, Bulacan yan, Diyos ko. Pagdating niya ng Balintawak, mag-LRT lang, aakyat dun sa bagong, yung extension ng Skyway. Pagbagsak niya, malapit-lapit na siya sa Tagaytay. So, abangan niyo po yan. Marami pa pong pasabog ang Miss International Queen Philippines. And natutuwa lang ako that we are giving them now the kind of importance that they deserve. And masaya ako talaga dahil nabigyan ko ng 2 episode ng MIQP. Of course, syempre, kung sino man mananalo ng MIQP for first runner-up and second runner-up, i-guess ko rin. Pero after November 28 na yun. So, it will be part of my Christmas episodes na. Christmas episodes, Diyos ko po, Lord. Ako natatakot ako pag Christmas na dahil kailangan mag-ipon-ipon na tayo talaga ng mga panghanda, pangregalo. Pero, alam niyo po, pag ganito na tuloy-tuloy lang ako nagkasalita, ibig sabihin nakatingin ako sa timer ko dito. Kasi ang timer ko po palagi is 1 hour 30 minutes. Kaya sinasamantala ko lang yung pagkasalita dito at hindi ko lang kung paano aura ang mga guests natin. Pero alam mo, kung naglilihi ako ngayon, paglilihan ko si Sheila, tuwa ako sa dating mo, Sheila. Para ka talagang
Finals night ng hapon, Tito Norman.
Oo, para pang finals night na talaga ang kanyang ayos. Pero kanina talaga, simula pa na ng show, sa mga supporters ako talaga ni Lars, pressured. Biro niyo namang ini-interview ko pala yung unang guest, sabihin, ang tagal naman ni Lars. Pag hindi pa si Lars interview, mawawala ang viewers. Sabi ko, ano ba yan? Sabi ko, grabe namang pressure itong mga Lars supporters na to. Pero, ganun po talaga, siyempre sikat, sana all. Ganun po talaga. Kaya, kumusta mo na lang kami kay Clyde. At Stephie, Lars, Roxam, Sheila, and Justin, thank you so much for keeping me company this afternoon. Natutuwa ako. Huwag muna kayo lalabas. Mag-picture taking lang tayo. Kasi kailangan kong i-vlog to later tonight. And hindi pa rin nagbabago paningin ko. Justine, ang naganda mo ngayon. Para kang
Thank you po.
para kang si Bel Mariano sa He's Into Her. Oo, di ba? Di ba kilala yun? Yung partner ni Donnie Pangilinan. Ay, lalong di mo kilala yun. Diyos ko. Hindi ko alam, baka sabi na pinapanood ito. So, ilabihin ko na lang na para kang si Gabby Garcia. And thank you so much for keeping me company this afternoon. Natutuwa ko. Isa po advantage talaga ng nagkakaroon ka ng guesting. Pag pupunta ako sa mga probinsya niyo, hahanapin ko kayo dyan.
Yes.
Yes.
You're always welcome here, Tito.
Ay, Diyos ko, Stephie, gusto kong mag-breakfast buffet sa Bai
The
Hotel.
Bai Hotel.
Nakakaloka. Ang sarap-sarap doon na buffet. Oo, ang gwapo pa ng mga crew. Kaya nakakagana talaga. Yun na lang po ang ating episode for this afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us. Keep safe. Hindi pa naman po tayo. We're not yet out of the storm in terms of the pandemic. So let's continue to be safe. Stay healthy. Have a nice Sunday dinner. Si Justin, yung jowa niya. Sabihin naman, Justin, wala po akong jowa. Yun. Si Lars, mag-Jollibee sila ni Clyde mamaya. Si Stephie, hindi ko alam kung sino nasama niya mamaya. Si Roxam, kasama niya yung mga anak niya. Ay, nakakatuwa. Sarap pakinggan kasama niya yung mga anak at ang jowa. At si Sheila, yung jowa niya.
Ilan?
Wala jowa, Tito Norman.
Ay, hindi na ba? Okay. Thank you so much. Please, let's give everyone our biggest flying kisses, please. Ay, doon mo talaga makikita kung sino nag-pageant. Sanay na talagang pagbigay ng flying kiss. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you,
See
Tito
you next
Norman.
Thank you, Tito.
Abangan niyo po next week. My guest will be the Miss Universe Philippines 2021 from Cebu City.
Wow!
Ay, ayun na po yung baby.
This is
Ayun
my
na.
baby, Tito Nor. Say hi.
Hello.
Nakakatuwa naman.
Hi,
Ang
baby.
sarap-sarap. Ang
And
sarap-sarap, di ba?
this is the boy. They are twins.
Wow!
Ay, dalawa na. Nakakatuwa naman. Diyos ko.
Say hi.
Oo. Kaya, Lars, mag-around the world ka muna bago mag-baby.
Yes, Tito.
Oo. Yan po ang
Dogs
ating
na lang
programa
muna.
this afternoon. Yun. Direct na itawid natin uli ang episode na to. Natutuwa